few years ago, I was talking with a friend of mine, Dan, about his research over at the University of Washington. He was working on workplace satisfaction. Now, he told me that one of the major predictors of happiness in the workplace was the level of autonomy that you have. At the very lowest level was predictive autonomy. You can't control what's going to happen. You have no choice about the tasks you'll be doing, but at least you know what's waiting for you when you arrive at work and what you're going to be doing that day. Next up was limited choice autonomy. You have a set of options for the work you're going to do that day, or you can at least choose the order you're going to do your tasks in. And last of all was full autonomy, where you decide how to best use your time to meet the overall goals and strategic objectives of the business. Now, he told me that without at least having predictive autonomy, that lowest level, staff would burn out and have very high rates of mental health challenges. So I thought it was fascinating work, and I wondered if the same theory could be applied to nursing home residents. A few weeks later, I saw something that really just illuminated this for me. So I was visiting the greenhouse facility up in Loveland, Colorado. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and there was a lot of commotion in the first one of the houses I went into. There was a 102-year-old resident, and she'd been bragging to everybody about how she had the best meatball recipe. And after some arguing backwards and forwards, they said, put your money where your mouth is here. And Mabel went and made her meatballs with some staff helping her. She was like Gordon Ramsay there and telling them more salt, fix that. She wanted everyone to try her meatballs. They were excellent. Now, I was struck that this was a small example of full autonomy for her that day. In most nursing homes that I'd seen, having the meal match what's on the menu and arrive on time and hot was, that was the standard. But that's predictive autonomy at best. Some homes thought that they were pretty fancy with alternate menus, a limited choice autonomy. That's if you can call the ubiquitous hot dog, burger, fruit plate, grilled cheese that everyone has on their alternate menu to be a choice. But here what we saw was a normal life playing out as if she were still at home with her friends. Scrap the 5:30 dinner plan, scrap the planned afternoon bingo. Mabel's making meatballs. So who's going to top them tomorrow? Now, to have that kind of environment means having staff be able to and be rewarded for switching out schedules, because patient choice is always the right activity. It's easy to follow the schedule and just sleepwalk through your day. But what if you don't always have to? You're going to have happier staff and residents if you create an environment where life can happen and people can be meatball master chefs instead of checking off that room 4, bed B, got their cream of wheat at 5:30, hot and on time. That's just barely enough to avoid depression. We can be a lot better than that.